Ja tervetuloa mukaan Phoenix Wright Ace Attorneyn läpipeluuseen. Viime kerralla tehtiin tutkimus ja tänään on tarkoitus mennä trialiin. Courtroom number 4. Kaikki huoneet näyttää samalta. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Edgeworth on tässäkin. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the card map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did the run-through of the action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate C. Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder. The body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area under noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m, the security lady got to the car station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. This spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the car station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to stand. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldback, dearie. Oldback on sen oikein nimi. Okay. So just call me Grandma or your Oldback. The children would reply, just believe it, but there is just a boy. He called me Oldback well. Objection. I object to the witness' talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Once we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Paul, Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. Kyllä se oli 2 aikaa. Tämä oli mielestäni 1 aikaa. It was Barbara's, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station. No, poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing the run-through. Joo, aivan. Kysellään tästä. Ei oo mitään pointtia tässä, voisin skipata suoraan, mutta pressataan. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. That's such a question. Actually, I was watching Pro Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Then you're supposed to be at the car station. Whippersnapper, I told you I liked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Eli siinä on ollut aikaa, että joku muu on saattanut tulla siinä välissä. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see it. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. Olisiko se ollut tämä näin? I was at the main gate from now the murder happened. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by at 2 p.m. No, tiedetään kyllä käsissä se puhuu, mutta pressataan. 2 o'clock, yes sir. Sir Aspit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got the wax in your ears, Sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. Jep. No, presidentta. Ajattelin tuolla pressauksella olta saatu, mutta näytään tämä. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you are talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than Steel Samurai, defender of New Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old back, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Bill Powers, do you? No, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windback has left even Wedgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. The man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. No, pressataan sitten. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and the youth today always be whining enough to make an old. Mr. Wright, please for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I guess it where it hurt. Well, let's just skip over that part, shall we? Who was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Eli se ei voi siis olla se assistantti. Ei se kyllä näytä murheelta. He broke one of the props. It was big mess. Mutta tämä on kunnossa. This spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Nah. He broke a prop. So did. His own samurai spear. The samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. The murder weapon and the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? So bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. That's the nap. Anyway, I saw him tracking his foot when he walked. Tracking his foot. Okay. I think we have heard enough. Haven't we, Joanna? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is, where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We are looking though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sir? You are, sir, your honor. Object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in the photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Witness's account continued. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. No, the only person I saw good. Are you absolutely, sir? Oh, quite sunny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. Mut sä olit poissa silloin sen hetken aikaa. Mulla on missään kortterikorjaa. Ei. What about before you go to the car station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. I locked the main gate, so no one could get in. Helps pystyisi kiipeämään tosta yli. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sir? Witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old windbags has balls. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw was before then was Will Powers. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I came John as a young detective, and then after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. As a detective Gumshoe shares his fellow enforcer's fondness for donuts. Mun nyt pitää presentata jotain, mutta mä en tiedä mitä ja missä. Eikö me käytetään jo läpi tota, että niinku... Ehkä tämä. Se väittää, että se olisi nähnyt sen, mutta... Miten sä oot voinut nähdä sen tuolta? Ei. Hold on. Okei, käytte se uudestaan sitten läpi. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, I agree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the car station records all security camera data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? Niin. Aivan. Joku muukin on kulkenut siellä. The computer only has data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnappers. The only person I saw that day was Willpower's. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me. Seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You are whippersnappers too. You are a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter of Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remember something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. The other person. Every day, after I finish my car duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking using. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldback, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. And throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Virkavirhe! How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Well, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldback. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking willpower's photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Oh, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The crate has been loose for a while, at least outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I tell you, they were freaks. Oh, and they are kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids. So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably second or third grade. What? Oh, order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they are already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Mä en vieläkään juo mun kahvia. Se on varmaan jo ihan kylmä. No ei, on se lämmintä. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Are you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai's costume. So, why does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sound like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Willpowers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order, interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mrs. Powers that could have committed the murder? The security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldback. Who? The seal samurai is tracking his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady Oldback. What? Whippersnapper. Order. Is this true, Oldback? Oldback? That's Miss Oldback to you. Miss Oldback was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes, the second baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth bounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Also, you all think I did it, isn't it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldback's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to me, poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windback is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? The boy is not a killer. But how could you be sure, sir? Oh, is it be nice as the kids and mean to the old elders' day? Whippersnapper. Have proof. But proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy couldn't have committed this murder. Se on paljon lyhyempi kuin mitä tässä kuvassa näkyy. Joanna. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. The spear is shown here in this photo. Okei, no ei ihan mitä mä ajattelin, mutta okei. Ajattelin mitä... Ei ihan se, mitä mä ajattelin, mutta okei. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be reversed. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old back, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old back before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh great, stop the process. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldback, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said that they had nothing to do with it, see. So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldback, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? And you've been listening. They told me to shut my trap and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream. Joanna witnessed the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of the action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Says Studio 2? There was a Studio 2, kyllähän siellä oli. Well, if you like, look at the card map. Here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Continue cross-examination. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? Selkeästi piilottelee totuutta. Niillä oli jotain tekemistä asian kanssa ja sanoi, että hash, hörppän kahvia. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Yskyttää. Prestetään kaikkea. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. Nick, I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. This is a kaikkein pisimmä. Take a break. Joanna, we have learned that there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. Mä täällä menee vessaan. Tää varmaan loppuu ihan kohta, mutta käyn tupakilla silti. Siis tupakillakin. No niin, jatketaan. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on defendant Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness Miss Oldbag and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Joanna. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was trying to ask you to defend me. Really, it's nothing. Oh, also, should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in the steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. But thanks guys. To be continued. Tää oli lyhyen kaikista. 44 minuuttia. Tahdon jatkaa saman tien, kun just kävin tupakilla. Mutta teille tämä jatkuu ensi kerralla. Kiitos kun katsoitte ja niin, jatketaan ensi kerralla.